So here I have called the power of 8. I'm going to explain it to you, and this is the key. And I go through a lot longer explanation of this, but I'm going to give it to you, and a lot of people have already heard this from me. Power of 8 is very simple, and that is this. As a human being, you're weak, fragile, and insecure, you know that. And when you go to pitch someone, if you get a rejection, you usually stop continuing the pitch. So here's what they've done. That the average person that has to sell, so you really are trying to sell, went over an art director, a photo editor or something, let's see, I think it's 95% of people that sell never give more than 2 attempts to win over that person. So you make a phone call, you send a packet, or whatever, you make 2 attempts, and then you get the cold shoulder and you quit. You give up. The odds of securing that person to give you work is less than 10% return. Okay. The power of 8 is the most amazing tool on the planet. And that is this. If you can get your name in front of a person that's going to buy at least 8 times, the odds go up to 80% you'll get a return on your investment in pitching that person. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So if you give 2 attempts, not a good chance you're going to get hired. You give 8 attempts, it spikes through the roof that all of a sudden they're going to remember who you are, because here's what happens. They're human. Remember this whole thing? They're human, right? So what happens to human beings? You have a list of photographers that you use on a regular basis, right? And so you're good to go. Your team is in place, and all of a sudden you go and the job comes to your desk. You go, oh, I need a photographer. Call up your #1 photographer. Oh, they're on another job. Is that possible? Yeah. Okay. #2 photographer. Oh, they're on vacation. Darn it. #3 photographer. Oh, that photographer's wife's having a baby. He's out for 2 weeks. You go down your list and you get to the very bottom, and guess what? You're in a big trouble. You need a photographer. Who are you going to call? The guy, the gal that's hit you 8 times. Do you remember? Joel Grimes. Let's give him a shot. And I've won over so many art directors by the power of 8. It's crazy. Because eventually, they're going to need a photographer. They're going to be in a bind, just like you and I are in a bind. I used to hire assistants. I'd go through I had 10 assistants, and I'd get down to the 10th, and they're all booked, and I need 11th. Who is it? That little person that keeps emailing. I'd love to assist you. I'd love to assist you. I'd love to assist you. Oh, where's that person? Oh, there. Come on, I need him. I always say, if they have a pulse, show up. So that's what happens in the real world. So you can win people over by the power of 8.